How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, FaZe Crypto, and if you watched the video that we put out, the most recently video that we posted on this channel, we spoke actually about what is happening right now, almost predicted it to a T. We were talking about how Bitcoin dominance was overinflated, and what do you know? The bubble popped, Bitcoin dominance dropped almost a full 2% from the time when we were making that video. We were looking at Bitcoin dominance almost at pushing beyond 70%, and I was talking about how it's very unlikely to see Bitcoin dominance take up that 71%, that 72%. We were going to see a pullback, and some of that money was going to come back into the altcoins. And what do you know? We're pretty much witnessing that play out right in front of us. So of course, remember, if you guys want to stay up to date on all the different predictions or market analysis and stuff that we do on this channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button so that you can be in the know. And obviously, I'm honest with my fan base. When I come on here, I want to tell you guys exactly what I'm thinking about the space, and I'm not going to steer you guys in the wrong direction. If I'm going to be out here putting out this content, I want it to reflect good on the channel. And of course, this is also the reason why I encourage feedback. If you guys disagree with what I say, I'm completely open to that too as well. I'll be the first person to admit when I'm wrong. Cryptocurrency is much like poker. Of course, you got people who are professional poker players who don't win all the time. It's mathematically impossible. Your trades aren't always going to make you money. You have to make sure. I know that that's an unpopular opinion, but I'm the first person to unsubscribe to a YouTuber that says that they have a 100% foolproof process for them to be able to profit every single time, because I know that that's wishful dreamy thinking and it's full of shit. The fact of the matter is, realistic people in this space who do this stuff with any level of professional courtesy are of course making sure to of course you make bets that are essentially high reward, low risk, low risk, high reward. And of course, in the end, we smash this market and we get this crypto. So of course, when I want to talk about this tweet by Charles Hodgkinson, of course, Cardano release dates coming at the end of the month, which of course will be very interesting to see. Now of course, this article right here is pretty interesting as well. Why Monero and Cardano will rise from the ashes if altcoins fall. Very dramatic title there. And of course, Cardano project has unveiled lots of plans. The eras left of cover include Shelley, of course, Voltaire. These phases will bring about decentralization, smart contract execution, scaling, and appropriate governance, respectively. The Shelley testnet is expected to be fully planned and released by the end of this year. The IOHK contract exists till 2020, after which it needs to be renewed. If Charles Hodgkinson and the rest of the executives can stand by their word, Cardano will transform into a third generation blockchain. And this is very exciting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the reasons why we have been talking about Cardano so extensively. That third generation of blockchain, I think, is going to take the space by storm. I think that a lot of the scientific achievements that Cardano has already cemented for itself are going to build upon these successes. And of course, one of the things that I found very interesting to talk about with Cardano was looking at the fact that they don't have a product as a positive. I believe that it was BitBoy Crypto that talked about this in an interview where he was speaking about the fact that, hey, you look at a cryptocurrency, you talk about Tron or something, for example. I picked Tron because it's right below Cardano on the ranking. So of course, people look at the product that Tron has out there, for better or for worse, but the fact of the matter is, the basis of his argument was that the sole purpose of people having the ability to critique the product that's out there definitely does lead to a lot of criticism. But the fact that Cardano doesn't, yet, it's more fluid. It has the ability to self-correct. Of course, when there's things active out there, nodes on the network, all these sorts of things, we need to take into consideration the natural evolution of these things as they move forward. And I think that the team that's working with Cardano is certainly one of the most interesting and inspired teams in the cryptocurrency space. So I think as things continue to move forward, we will be seeing a lot of very interesting things in the overall essence of the paradigm shift that's taking place in the cryptocurrency journey we are all going on. So Bitcoin sort of not necessarily tanking yet, but it did in fact lose the large proportion of its value when we were seeing Bitcoin around that almost breaking 12,000. There was a lot of resistance at that $12,000 level, and of course the final blow was we bounced off that 12,000 about a day ago, and then the price pummeled down to this 11,350, 11,300, even going as low as 11,200. And now of course we see the FUD coming in. I mean, we see the FOMO, or whatever you want to call it, coming in. Bitcoin trades sideways as major altcoins enjoy sizable gains, though. This is what I was talking about in terms of the altcoins being able to benefit from the bleeding Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin's not going to go up and up and up. We're going to see price action like we've always seen, consolidation and what have you. Of course, we are in a position right now where many market analysts are, a lot of the content creators I watch are speaking about how perhaps they might sell their Bitcoin and buy at a cheaper price. Now, of course, remember, this video is not financial advice, or of course, I encourage you all to go do your own research. I'm not your dad. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only, obviously. But of course, it is interesting to see how the perspective that people have can flip on a dime. But in the short term, I think that these altcoins are very interesting. I think that they are still relatively overvalued. In the overall context of the short term, personally, I'm not accumulating any of anything at these levels, just because I was so spoiled just a few days ago when things were so much cheaper. Seeing Cardano up that 5%, is just enough in price action for me to be more on the taking profits side, and you still can make money off of altcoins. But there's just less action going on. Now, of course, top performer of the day, BitUSD, with up 1,169%, which is pretty insane. Now, of course, we will be discussing that in the live stream, and if you guys have any comments, definitely let us know in the comment section down below what you guys think. But yeah, it is interesting to see how the space has been making a lot of these different movements in the short term, and I'm very excited to see where Cardano is going to take us, and where the project's going to lead from this point forward. I think that it is very exciting to see, and it is interesting to see a lot of those predictions that we put out playing out to a T. That's why you guys subscribe. That's why this community is so great. I hear stuff from you guys all the time. Now that makes me reconsider stuff. You guys send me news articles and everything, and that's what cryptocurrency is all about. And I suppose we'll see in the next week what happens with Bitcoin. If that price drops to $10,000, I'll be striking, of course, accumulating at those on the dips. Bitcoin ATM still strong. Of course, Bitcoin Depot takes over and 10 machines in its roster. So we'll see where things go from here on out. But that's my perspective. That's the daily update. I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. I think that there is a natural evolution of the crypto space, that there is a pattern here. Bitcoin, Ethereum, smart contracts, blockchain, very interesting stuff. And we are still in the beginnings of this paradigm shift. So hope you guys have enjoyed this content. I'll see you guys next video. Have a good one.